Hey, Paul, that's all right. We don't take attendance. Russ Knox, good day. Matt's hello. David Ian Sykes, good day. It's raining and cold. That's probably some of the reason. Everyone's having Christmas and stuff. I'm back in the land of the living. What's happened? I'm been to Grafton for the weekend to sort out some bits on the roller, and don't know if I did a lot that was actually successful, but we got some things done. It's a nice day here. It was raining earlier. It was a stinking hot weekend. I'm kind of sunburnt a bit. It's all good. I don't know if there's a lot of other progress. I haven't been in radio contact with anyone because I've been out of mobile phone reception for several days, so I don't know if I haven't watched anyone's videos, haven't done anything. I sat down to YouTube tonight and got interrupted again, so it hasn't happened. Hope everyone's had an amazing Christmas. I hope everyone's got some gifts. And Journeyman Randy, g'day, good morning, and had a good time and plenty to eat and a little bit of happiness and some good fun, good people. I certainly have. I've had the roller and Dan. I don't know which is the best company, but probably the roller. No progress on any of this. The picture, the cover picture is the thumbnail is actually the work that the boys did today. Actually, they had a bit of a working. Kim Bizelic, g'day. Had a bit of a working bee down at Shannondale, and yeah, got a bit of progress. They've cleaned some paint off and put some new paint on, so that's pretty awesome. This is my half of the deal, and I'm sort of dragging my feet. Because I haven't been here really. Marcus has been here because he's cleaned up. We can get over here to this machine. So probably showed you this last week. It's ready to put a key in here and put the collar back on, and ready to put a thread on here. So sort of, it's pretty ugly there, but don't tell him that. Got to put this dead tailstock back together to put a center drill in this and hold it a bit sort of decent to put the thread on. Some inserts, threading inserts and things to come. I'll put my finger beside that so you know how big that is. Some threading inserts come and threading tools, etc, etc, etc. So that's all pretty exciting. It's ready to thread. Welcome back, Matt. Machining these is a bit of a complication. The more you think about it, the more difficult it gets. So that's what we sort of is going to be the next project. And the original idea was to sweat them up together, which isn't as easy as it looks, and bore them and then separate them. Don't like that much. So what we're going to do is get one of the bearing blocks and probably fit that up on a, I don't know, somehow, and with the bearing clamped in it, and face them and bore them that way. We'll see what happens. So that's where we're at. This pulley isn't original, I don't think. You've all seen this. Hey Ian Matthews, good day. These are all saw bench bits anyway, if anyone's missed that part of the conversation. These are all bits of the saw bench. This isn't original because it doesn't fit in between the outrigger and the bench properly. So we're probably we'll bore this and we'll probably take like 10 mil off each side, and that'll give us a much better fit there. And still run a fairly big belt on it. So that's Scott and Tara, g'day. So that's part of the deal. Marcus is working on a clutch out of something, some sort of machine, don't know what. I've got to make a new one of these, I believe, because it's cracked. But it looks like a fun job. Alex is out there unloading a safe from a truck. We're not going to ask questions about where it come from or what it is, or who's going to come and open it, and why they're wearing a black mask. But there's a safe on a truck. So like most things around here, you're best not to ask questions. That's a joke. If we video this, and he drops it, we'll have the video. That lathe's starting to come together nice, Kimazalik. That's going to be pretty awesome. Now, while we're watching the amazing sort of feat of moving the safe that Alex is about to do, he's put a soft drop around the top there and he's going to pick it up on the top. It seems like a good idea. I'm guessing he's thinking he can lower it down on the end then without putting holes in the bottom. I'm not as convinced as I could be, but it looks like a good idea. Do you think he wants a roller under it? Don't know. Let's go and watch him. You're getting a commentary on this. You want to put a roller under it? Oh, you might nearly have it. Look at this. The mathematics he hasn't done is the weight of the safe as opposed to the lifting capacity of the forklift. Morning, David. Morning, Raymond. It's a safe of some sort. Probably best not to ask about where the safe come from. We didn't see anything. Hello from Wet England. It's nice here. Good work on that lathe, Kim Bazalik. I think I said that before, but good work. G'day, Raymond. Now, Bruce is here on the coast. Everyone knows Bruce Witham. Gem Trek Engineering from Western Australia. Heck of a nice guy. Pretty easy person to deal with and get along with. And always got plenty to talk about and very good for selfies. He's retired and he's bought himself a four-wheel drive and a caravan, and they're going sort of around Australia. Sort of not right around Australia, but they're doing a bit of a trip. And he's here on the coast. He's actually at Logan, which isn't all that far away. He's come past the coast and he's just there until the weekend. I said, I'm going to sit down, everyone. Sitting down now. Nice. Not much to see here today. Anyway, I said I was going to go and meet him for RSL club or pub counter meal or something on Friday night. This Friday night in Logan, somewhere. If anyone's keen on catching up, it'd be awesome if you could. More the merrier, really. But I think Graham O'Keefe's probably going to come down. I don't know, sort of twist his arm on that. And Bruce will be there and I'll be there. Don't know who else yet. But if anyone's interested, get in touch with me because it should be fun. Good night. And it won't be real sort of late or too alcoholic or anything else. It'll be completely family oriented. But if you want to come and spend some time with Bruce, and share the details, there's a lot of him to go around and he's an awesome guy. So that's just how it is. If you've got a Gem Trek hat, wear that. And yeah, suppose I've got to find my Gem Trek hat. Must be somewhere here. So there's that. Anyone who's interested, let me know if you're close by. Gold Coast or Brisbane. There'll be plenty of room and we'll be somewhere on the southern end of Brisbane, northern end of the Gold Coast. So Logan, somewhere like that. So if you want to catch up, we'll try and keep it a bit central. Anyway, that's where we're at. By the way, the safe's been unloaded successfully from the cage truck. What else? I run a bit of gold leaf along the sides of the roller canopy on Monday and Tuesday, really. Not particularly happy with it. Don't like it. Don't like the font. Don't particularly like the look of it. I'm seriously thinking it's going to happen again at some point. I'm not in love with it at all. So, g'day, Peter. It might grow on me next time I see it, but at this point I'm sort of not feeling it. It doesn't look as good as I half expected it might. I don't like the style of it. Technically it's probably not such a bad job, but it just doesn't look good on the roller. So gonna have to have another think about that, I think. Don't know. We'll see how we go. What else is there to report? We're only 15 minutes in. Bruce is coming and we're going to catch up on Saturday night. I've already said that, but I'll say it again. Friday night we're going to catch up. Bruce Witham from Western Australia. Get her out. Gem Trek Engineering. Top guy. Good fun to hang with. If you've seen him on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube, you know who we're talking about. Nice guy, you should come and catch up with him. I'm pretty sleepy. I did about 700 k's Sunday, I guess. So me, I'm probably covering up the microphone. So did a bit on that, did a bit on the saw bench. Some of the boys come from working bee today and ended up stripping it and painting it. But it's starting to look all right. It's starting to look pretty good. Pretty happy with that. It's going to be nice. And that's what the thumbnail is anyway. You're not going to see that here. It's just total clickbait. Lettering fits the side panel. I don't know if I like it. That's all. I'm not feeling it, to be honest. It's not really what I wanted. But having said that, I don't really know what I did want, so it might do, or I might scrub that off and not bother doing the other side. I've only done one side. We'll see how that looks, how I feel about it. It looks good and it fits, but it's looked excellent until I gold leafed it and run a line around it, and then it might be a bit much. I don't know. To tone it down a bit, I don't know what to do about it. Not got any ideas. Like Middleton's rouseabout. I hadn't got any opinions and didn't have any ideas. So that's where we're at. I need prompting because I'm a bit sleepy. Been back at work today. It was a pretty big day actually. Yeah, for post-Christmas. It's a pretty big day. I haven't really got much to talk about, to be honest. I'm sitting here holding a tablet in one hand, which is probably making everyone seasick. Now, some of you are so productive. I'm not one of those people tonight. I haven't really achieved very much at all. Yeah. That was a big yawn. Yeah, Middleton's rouseabout is probably a bit lost on international viewers. It's a Lawson poem, I think. Yeah, Middleton's rouseabout. Tall and freckled and sandy, face of a country lout. This was a picture of Andy, Middleton's rouseabout. On Middleton's wide dominions, he's plied the stock whip. And no, I can't even remember. I'd have to think about that. This was a picture of Andy, anyway. As quickly the years rolled over and liquor and drought prevailed, and Middleton went as a drover, after his station had failed. And now on his own dominions. No. Now on his own dominions, he works with his overseers. And he still hasn't any opinions anyway. After he bought the station, he still never had any opinions and he never had any ideas. I'm rambling. Rusnock's answer's no, not at this point. There are options. Most of them either require a lot of travel or a lot of compromise, and I'm holding out for something better, but I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to. There's a fair bit of either or. The compromise is I've got to live with someone, which isn't terrible, but there seems to be two people that you can live with. One sort of type of person that doesn't like, as most people on the Gold Coast don't like oil stains on their white carpet. Not much good for me actually at this point. And the other sort of don't like white carpet and their oil stains. But it will happen. It will happen. And just waiting for the right offer. And we'll see what happens. Alex is out there trying to break into the safe, but he doesn't know the combination. Are there any safe breakers amongst us? Serious question. 12 people watching. Anyone a safe breaker? Does anyone want to look at the safe to tell me how to get into her? Anyway, everyone's a bit quiet. I hope everyone's had a fantastic Christmas. I hope no one got stuck in the chimney. Gary Brown is. Thank you, Journeyman Randy. Okay. He's on the wrong side of the world, probably, but... David just got back from the UK. I hope you had a good time. I hope you bought lots of good stuff. The problem is that, Raymond, that the issue being that I think this safe could be, and I'm not sort of speaking too loudly here, but it could be full of just the very things that you sent a picture of. So that becomes less inviting as a way of opening it. My first time for Christmas in 5 years, David. I hope you had a good time. Caught up with a lot of friends. I hope it wasn't too cold and miserable. So there you go. Lots of moving about up there as far as safes and pallets and things. Just watching that. Probably you could drill a hole and then have to have an endoscope type device. I know what's in it, I think. Come back with a Dominic Genera book. That sounds like a good thing. What did everyone get for Christmas? What did I get for Christmas? Not very much. I bought a ladder last week, and I may buy a small pressure cleaner, but that's it. I hadn't really got. Most of what I'm going to do for Christmas is get these bearings and shafts sorted for this saw bench. No one around really to bring gifts and things for me, so it's all good. I can manage to buy stuff for myself, get myself into trouble without that. Martin was on a diet apparently before Christmas. That doesn't work. Watching Alex move stuff around. He thinks that by moving stuff around he's going to fit more stuff in here. Evening, Bill. The rest of it's not very Christmas. I'm not very Christmas either. I didn't even watch YouTube. I went and stretched around in the sun on the 3 meters in the air on the side of a steamroller. Bill likes the Cromwell Christmas. Fair enough. Yeah, Russ Knox Christmas video is always worth watching. Can't see how this will be any different on my list of things to do tonight. Pretty exciting. I don't know. I guess I'm going to say too, while we're on the subject of the saw bench, we weren't, but anyone who was on the subject of the saw bench, if anyone's got a good idea on how to machine those bearing brasses to match that shaft that's over there in the lathe, absolutely hit me up. Mart had a nice family walk. That's awesome. Dan Shed's finally here. I thought he would have drunk himself to sleep. Forgot what day it was. Yeah, I thought we started big fairly early today and I wasn't really expecting him to still be awake. So, and Matthews took a break from YouTube over Christmas. I did too, but not by choice really. It's because I never had any telephone, any Wi-Fi or cell connection over Christmas. What else? I didn't actually shoot any video. I had every anticipation to do so this last weekend, and nothing happened. I'm sorry about that. Just was all bedlam from start to finish, and by the time I got through and got home, it was 8 o'clock last night before I walked in. And I was out again at 7 o'clock this morning. And tonight I got home about 6, and then I'll be out again at 7 in the morning. And Friday night we meet up with Bruce, so just gonna, there's a few more people watching now. Yeah. Meet up with Bruce somewhere in southern Brisbane or northern Gold Coast on Friday night, this coming Friday night, day after tomorrow, if anyone's up. If anyone's local and up for it, come and see us. Come and have a meal with Bruce. What size blade does the saw bench take? Good question. I think it'll handle, how big a blade? Will it handle a 48 inch or a 40 inch, something like that? It's fairly big. It's crazy big, actually. I think it'll handle a 40 inch at least, or 36, 40, 42 inch, something like that. It might be 48 inch. I did measure it, but I can't remember. Fridge, Dan Shed might know, 48, yeah, it sounds like 48 is probably what it is. It's fairly big. Don't want to get too close to it. It's been in a 48 inch saw bench. Ian Matthews, how to transfer a hole pattern and get it wrong. That's probably absolutely worth a watch. I'll be going to have a look. Let's get some views on that video. So anyway, the saw bench is a fair monster of a thing. At the moment, it's got what, a 22 inch, 20 inch, 24 inch baby blade. Oh, it's not actually up yet, the video from Ian. I think it's got a 24 inch blade, something like that. Yeah. There's no knife on the back of the blade, or on the front of the blade. And the back of the blade, I guess you call it. Yeah, there's no knife, and there's no fence on it at this point, and there's no spindle in it, and there's no power feed. So they're all things that in some sort of a method we will probably address. It's awesome, mate. I did a welding bench and I put a bit of 10mm plate on it, which was free, which we like, and it makes a beautiful welding bench. I don't know about a pit saw, but there were rack saw benches were quite common up until about the 1920s. Curry night last night. You do curry properly. You should have a curry night, recovery night. Good luck with that. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry guys. A bit sleepy. What else? I haven't really got much else because I haven't actually been doing anything. That's most of the thing. I've been working over Christmas and I had 3 days off and we went and did some lettering that I'm not even going to show you, so that was a bit of a waste. But the saw bench is coming together slowly, one bit at a time. You could soft solder them together, Raymond. That was the initial thing, but set them up's going to be fun because they're not really. They're not really round or anything like true. To give you, we could probably give you some sort of an idea here. We'll pick one up and we'll come across this shaft here while everything's clean. And set that on there. You might be forgiven for thinking that's just a little bit undersized, and it is just a little bit undersized, and it doesn't sit right down, but it's also quite ugly because it's been squashed in sideways. You can see the hammer marks all along there, where it's been squashed in to fit the old shaft. It's got this funny groove in the front, which I don't know what it is. That's worn out on the back there. And it's got no oil ways or anything in it to begin with. Anyway, that's the bottom bearing, and it doesn't fit particularly well. But the other thing is that these have been hit with a grinder along here in the middle, and neither of these sides are particularly true, so they don't actually meet up in any place. So by the time you clean them up so that they do sweat together, you end up with them probably too far undersized. So thinking about that, probably the best way is to set them up in one of the bearing blocks and find someone with HBM or something and run a bore and bath through them. That would be the smart thing. And I know someone who's got one in operational condition. But I'll have to ask him a favour when I see him on Friday night when we catch up. Randy, that's for our turn of the century T. Robertson and Son saw bench. That's the spindle and the new shaft, the new spindle and the bearings for that. And there's a pulley down there on the ground. So that's a project we're doing at the moment. It's looking good. Fair bit more to put back together. So there will be a proper video about that. I guess I should do a proper video about that, but I don't know when. Might be this next weekend or it might not, depending on how relaxed we are. Anyway, I'm feeling a bit of a disappointment because I'm sort of been doing a few shorter live streams this last few months. I apologise for that. Yeah, Mark, you're right. That shaft won't be easy to get out of there, but we're going to set up in the lathe and bore it. Machine each end off and bore it out and bore it to size. And that's probably the best way to get that shaft out. Failing that, we'll probably might have a bit of a go getting it out, but getting it hot enough to move it and not cracking it or any further than it is already cracked, etc., etc., etc. Doesn't feel like a very happy thing really for me to do. So not feeling like I want to get it hot enough to bash out. It might move reasonably easy with a bit of sandpaper around it, but I don't know how tight it actually is either. Probably if I get a chance tomorrow night, I might come down here and have a bit of a mess with it and try and get it out. But I haven't really tried very hard. Anyway, that's what's happening in my world. I'm sure there's all sorts of stuff happening in your world, and anyone who's posted it to YouTube, that makes it awesome because it gives us a chance to have a look. Personally, I haven't. Those Ladybird books are awesome, David. Very awesome. Bill, not as yet, but it's all going to be a compromise. We just got to bite the bullet and accept one of them, whichever way you compromise. So, anyway, I'm just sitting there in the workshop with the screen, and I apologise for the shaky filming, etc., etc., etc. I haven't as yet got a 3D printer set up to remake the camera mounts. Mark, that sounds awesome. Ticklish Honeybee, Lisa, yes, we've got to bore them out somehow if you want a job. Good to see you here. Whereabouts are you still bicycling around Australia or whatever you were doing? Give us a heads up. Let us know where you are. Feeling like I've got to wait out the lag here to get. Still building a trailer before leaving. That's awesome. I'm seeing some updates on the trailer, I think, on the Discord channel. I have been as active as I could be. I haven't been as active as I could be on the Discord channel the last month. Feeling a bit sort of ordinary about that, but they're still there and I still log in and there's lots of cool updates. We like updates. There is a Discord channel. It's called Emma's Spare Room Machine Shop, or Spare Room Machine Shop, I think it's called, the Discord channel. If you're a Discord person, check it out. We're a friendly bunch. Don't know if there's much else I want to add. I say that we are meeting with Bruce Witham on Friday night, Northern Gold Coast, or probably Southern Brisbane. If anyone's keen, honestly, if anyone's keen to catch up with Bruce, come and have dinner with Bruce and me. I mean, I'm not really the attraction, but Bruce is. He's pretty awesome. And a few others. You should totally... Thanks, Peter. Really appreciate that. You should totally make a time to do that. Bruce is pretty good. He's a good conversationalist and he's a nice guy to hang with. And it's a good fun night. It will be a good fun night. So if you're keen, come and give me some moral support. Anyway, I'm going to call it, I think. I think I've sort of filled you in as much as I possibly can on any of this. Feels like there's not a lot of progress happening here or down south or anything else, but when it all does start happening, we'll have something to show you. So be kind to each other. I'm a bit lax on updates too. I would really love to be actually making something, but physically at the moment that's not possible because the workshop's all in storage. One day soon, I guess. Anyway, I'm out. Be kind to each other. Thanks for the likes and subscriptions and stuff, and a happy new year. We'll see you again just after the new year, and hopefully I might even have another video up by then, but don't hold your breath. Take care. Get some rest. Don't eat too much, and up and at it for next year. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you all turning up and saying hello. Really do appreciate that.